Hello, it's Nicky Dee. Today we are going to talk about the mighty T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king of the dinosaurs, the tyrant lizard king. What a lot of names for this amazing dinosaur. Do you know that it was first discovered in North America in a place called Hell Creek in Montana? What a great name for the place where the tyrant lizard king was discovered. Now, let's talk about T-Rex's claim to fame. The most impressive thing about the T-Rex was its amazing jaw. It had the most powerful jaw of any animal that has ever lived in the whole world. Now, the animal with the most powerful jaw that lives today is the alligator, and that has a mighty bite, but T-Rex's bite was 4 times stronger. Strong enough to crush a car had cars been invented in those days. Now I want to talk to you about one particular T-Rex fossil. This one is nicknamed Sue, and it's currently in the Chicago Field Museum in America. This one is very special because almost all of the fossil bones were discovered. 90%. That's almost all of it. Amazing. This particular fossil was discovered in 1990, and the lady who discovered it was called Sue Hendrickson, a very famous American lady paleontologist. It was discovered by accident, as a lot of fossils are discovered. Let me tell you the story. One day, Sue and her paleontologist colleagues were searching for fossils in the Black Hills in South Dakota in America. At the end of the day, they were tired, they were hot, they were covered in dust, and they just wanted to go home. But they went back to the truck and they looked at it, and the truck looked wonky. It had a flat tire. No worries, they thought. Let's just use the spare tire. They looked at the spare tire. That one was flat too. So they had to wait for the recovery truck. In the meantime, Sue wandered off round a corner and she went to a place that they hadn't been searching until then. And she looked up and she saw something sticking out of the rock face that looked quite unusual. She called over to her friends, and blow me down, they found that it was the femur, the thigh bone of this amazing fossil. It took a long time to dig it out of this rock face, but my goodness, was it worth it. Now, I've got 2 of Sue's teeth, Sue the dinosaur, not Sue the paleontologist. I've got 2 of Sue's teeth here to show you. Here is one, huge compared to my teeth, but remember, T-Rex was a mighty dinosaur. Let's see if I've got a bigger one. Oh yes, here we go. Now, these are copies, replicas of Sue's teeth. A bigger one and a smaller one. The difference between these 2 teeth is that this one is just the bit you can see, but this one is very special. It still has the root on it. So if you've lost a tooth, then you'll know that when your tooth wobbles and you pull it out, there's a bit that was hidden, the bit in your gum that holds your teeth in place. So the root of T-Rex's tooth were very long and big because T-Rex didn't care what it chomped down on. It would chomp and rip muscle and bone and flesh. So T-Rex might, if it bit into something quite hard, into a bone, it could lose its tooth. Now, there's something very special about dinosaur teeth, something that's different from ours. Now, we know that we are born with no teeth, and then we get our baby teeth. Then the baby teeth, they fall out, and then we get our adult teeth. And if you lose one of your adult teeth, then you either have a gap or you go to the dentist and you say, please could I have a pretend tooth, a false tooth. Now, of course, there were no dinosaur dentists. So what did T-Rex do if it lost a tooth? Did it have a gap? Oh my goodness. If T-Rex had had a gappy mouth with lots of missing teeth, it would have struggled to survive, because without being able to use its powerful jaw as its weapon to attack and kill its prey, it would have starved to death. So the special thing about dinosaur teeth, all dinosaurs, is that their teeth constantly replace themselves throughout their lives. So if they had a gap, if one fell out, then another one would come down in its place. Now, T-Rex has starred in a lot of Hollywood movies. There's a very famous series of movies that I'm sure you might have heard of called the Jurassic Park films. Now, T-Rex stars in each one of the films, but I want to talk to you about the third film. In that film, there is a mighty battle between a Spinosaurus, that amazing dinosaur with a sail on its back, and a T-Rex. Now, in the film, the Spinosaurus wins the battle. I wonder, would the Spinosaurus actually have won the battle? Had they ever met, of course, they lived 40 million years apart on different continents. And as the dinosaurs couldn't swim and there were no aeroplanes, they definitely would never have met. There's another thing about the movies. These dinosaur movies, they put lots and lots of dinosaurs together. So you've got, for example, you've got the T-Rex and you've got a Stegosaurus, that amazing dinosaur with the plates on its back and the spikes on its tail. The Stegosaurus came from the Jurassic period, but the mighty T-Rex came from the end of the Cretaceous period. So these films are absolutely amazing, but sometimes they just make things up a little bit to fit the film. So I hope you've enjoyed learning some new facts about the king of the dinosaurs, the tyrant lizard king. Until we meet again, keep roaring!